Okay, we are live. Salam alaikum, everybody. My name is Bahzad.
I'm Risa.
And we are here from Naked and Famous Denim. The #1 Raw Denim live stream is happening right now, and you guys are a part of it. The Naked and Famous Denim live stream on Naked and Famous Denim Day, which is technically every single day.
But
especially right
today.
now. Yeah, that's right. We're doing it. We're broadcasting live from Yokohama, Japan. It is Saturday morning for us, Friday evening for many of you. This is the Naked and Famous Denim live stream. We're here to talk about raw denim, raw denim, raw denim, raw denim, and raw denim. Only raw denim topics. We're definitely not going off topic this week. We're going to keep it raw, and we're going to answer your questions about raw jeans in general. We've got lots of jean talk, but we are going to make one exception. And that's when we ask you to kindly and gently hit the like button. And we're going to do that every few.
We're starting off with that.
We're going to start strong. Hit the like button. Get those likes up. Let's let the world know that the Naked and Famous Denim live stream is happening right now. So hit that like button if you like raw denim. And if you don't like raw denim, also hit the like button. So no matter what, hit the like button. We're going to get this thing started off with raw denim topics all day, and we've got a great snack time today as well. I think you're going to like it because
interesting snack time experiment.
it's going to be there's two of them, and they're going to be very contrasted. They're total opposites. So we're going to try them together and see if we can see what happens to us. It's a science experiment time. All right, everybody, let's see where you are checking in from. Tito, woohoo, almost time. Well, it's time right now. BD is in the house. The producer is here. Best wishes to all my blue-blooded buddies tuning in from the shores of Georgian Bay tonight. Well, welcome, my friend Johnny Crumhorn.
Blue-blooded buddies.
Blue-blooded buddies. You know, I always wanted to start, if I wanted to make another, guys, if this ever comes out, for some reason, I don't know why, but there's a lot of Japanese brands, just in general here, that are just called, like, you know, blue something Japan. Just blue Japan, like...
Japan blue, Japan...
Yeah, like, there's just... There's all... And I'm like... And one day we were just joking around. I'm like, blue boobs Japan. And then I'm like, there you go. If we were to, like... If it wasn't, like, Naked and Famous MIJ, it would be blue boobs Japan. And then we would have, it would be like Naked and Famous, but Japanese brand name.
Well, technically we have an MIJ collection. We can branch that off, like we can
a sub collection, yeah, and just have a very booberific.
To be fair, we already have boobs on Naked and Famous, so it is like a very connected, Blue boobs Japan.
Blue boobs Japan. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on that. Should that happen? Should that become a reality? BBJ. And then everyone can write that all over the internet. All right. Anyways, it was a funny thought I had once, and it's always been in the back of my mind. Also,
every now and then we blur it out when we talk about something Japan and blue.
Yeah, it's true. Another thing, I can't play it because it's not mine, but later on, you guys should look it up. But Mad TV had this one sketch with Aries Spears, very, very funny guy. And it was for a line of jeans called Balls Out Jeans. And it's one of my favorite sketches ever, mostly because it's denim related. And it's exactly what you think the title is. And the way they present the product was incredible. And at one point, I'm like, we need to make these, like April Fool's style. Obviously, it would be very hard
to show it off.
Right, to show off the feature. I suppose we could, but maybe, sensibilities are, you put that on Instagram, you never know what you're going to get. I wouldn't put it on Instagram these days. It's just,
I think it will turn off some people.
Right, but just imagine that we did it, and then it's almost as good as the real thing. Balls Out Jeans. Shout out to Mad TV and Aries Spears. I know you're watching right now. Okay, back on track. That was still denim talk. Cheddar Buttersworth. Hello from Vancouver, where it's raining forever. I got a chore coat from the Black Friday sale.
Nice.
That's awesome. I hope you enjoy it. Rex writes, hi from Calgary, Alberta. I learn so much from you guys. Ever been to the Calgary Stampede?
No, I have not. I've always wanted to go. My dad lived in Calgary for like, I don't know, 2 years maybe?
Right.
A year and a half. And I really wanted to go, but I missed the chance. And now I feel like I'm never going to go.
I've never been to the Stampede. I was there once, like, days after the Stampede. I just missed it.
What is it like? Was it all chaos?
No, they were, like, cleaning up, right? You know, they're, like, taking down all the setups for everything. I'm trying to think if I've been to Calgary more than once. I definitely know I've been there once. I don't remember if I've been there more than once.
I've been there once.
Yeah.
To visit my hobby.
I've been to Edmonton. Calgary. We definitely need to make it back out there. Alberta's popping off these days. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Yeah, it's a growing province.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big. It's Middle Canada, growing province. A lot of people just think it's Toronto and Vancouver. Mm-hmm. And Montreal because we put it on the map, obviously. But yeah, Calgary and Edmonton, things are happening there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
close.
Huh?
They're not very close.
They are not very close at all. No. Anyways, welcome to the chat. Juan Puedo tuning in from the small city of Greenfield, California.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it does sound nice. Greenfield. I hope the fields are full of greeneries. KMX, happy Friday, tuning in from Calgary, Alberta. Another Calgarian in the house was able to snag a True Guy Snowy and the red zip hoodie to take advantage of that sweet Black Friday deal. It was a birthday present for myself. It was November 28th. Well, happy birthday, KMX. I'm glad you got what you liked, and I'm glad it's arrived soon. For those people still waiting on orders, we're working on them. Yeah. We beyond thank you for your patience with this. We received about a month, in some cases maybe even more than a month's worth of orders over a weekend. And that's a lot. That's a lot for, the amount of staff that we have to process. We're not Amazon. We don't have automated. There's people who have to grab stuff. They're working in the store. There's a lot of stuff going on. So
if you follow Terry's Instagram, he posted
the mountain
overview of like everybody working, and it's really exactly how it is during Black Friday deck bakes. Yeah. Everybody's just there. It's like a humongous table in the warehouse. It's like piled on to like just the maximum, and it's a
lot. So we appreciate your patience with us. If you're still waiting on it, we're going to get those orders out to you soon. We know that we're a little bit behind, and we're working in overdrive. Is that the word? Sure. We're working in overdrive to get those orders out to you soon. So double thumbs up for your patience there. Mm-hmm. Mike Knight says, baby, I like it raw. Don't we all? Shout out to the ODB for popularizing that phrase. Although I would maybe take credit for it. If ODB never came up with that, I think by now I would have come up with it.
By now.
And then I would have... So in the alternate universe where the Wu-Tang Clan doesn't exist...
Then Bahzad Trinos
would have coined that term.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what I think would have happened. Mm-hmm. Hit the like button if you agree. I'm gonna throw that out a lot today. All right, MIJ Face says, what is up from New Jersey in my newly acquired 18-ounce big slubs?
Nice.
Welcome to the chat. 18-ounce big slubs from New Jersey. A Russian name. It looks Russian. Greetings from Montenegro. Welcome. Really excited to get my Naked and Famous heavyweight Terry sweatshirt.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I know I know you.
Yeah?
Because I had this problem with this order.
Oh.
Technical problems because we've never shipped to Montenegro before.
Oh, right. Well, you'll be the first shipment.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah.
Apologies, but you will be getting it soon.
Yeah, Risa was working on that. She was, It was a big technical issue.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
It's just our convoluted systems just doesn't allow us to do simple things.
Sorry about that, but it's been solved, and Risa solved that for you. Hector writes, hello from Staten Island, New York City. New York City's in the house. Oliver Anderson, hello from Tucson, enjoying my James Dant Naked and Famous Denim Comfort Monster. That was a great jean. And if you're enjoying it, I hope you're enjoying them comfortably. MIJ Faye says, any Spring Summer 24 previews in our future? We can do some of them today. Spring Summer 24, no problem. We will also have the Spring Summer 24 video, not next week. Monday, we're going to drop the 15-year anniversary video. The week after, I'll drop it. I'll drop the Spring Summer 24 video. There will also be the Pagoda video. So the Pagoda dyed selvage and then the Spring Summer 24 selvage. We'll drop those videos. And I think that's going to wrap up our year for releases.
I think we got gradient.
Do we have the gradient in?
Some of it, at least.
All right. Anyways, I'm not sure. We might just slip those under the radar. Anyhow. We got those, and then we got to jump into Spring Summer 24 releases.
Yeah. So we're still working on releases from the
Fall Winter 24 collection.
23. Fall Winter
23. Yeah. Woo. Anyhow, it's been a busy season, as you guys well know. Attic Geography, hello from Vancouver. Welcome. Juan David Roa, hey from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Amazed that the snowy lasted about 5 minutes for my size. The snowy selvage moved. That moved real fast.
Yeah, that was Matsuri moved faster, but to be fair, I think Matsuri had lower number, less jeans.
Right. That said, if you have, I'm gonna let's do the public service announcement for Tate and Yoko. Let's head over to the website. So here we are, the wonderful Tate and Yoko website. If you missed something from that sale and you're looking for it, you can find the capsule collection right here, Naked and Famous Denim Classic Capsule Collection. You can see sold out. So say you're looking for a weird guy, snowy selvage, for example. If you're looking for that size 32, click on it. Anything that's sold out, you'll have this button here that says email when available. Click on it. Put in your email, and if that item comes back in stock, you'll get an update.
Yeah.
You will get an email. For example, the JoJo collection, it's been released for a while now, but sizes pop up here and there, right? There's an easy guy, Josuke. That wasn't here last week. Size 30 here on the weird guy. Something tells me that might have been the same customer. Maybe they bought both. It was the wrong size. Had to come back. Unfortunately, now we have them available for you. So hit that notification. If there's something, a size that you want, you never know when something pops up again. I know that these were all sold out last week as well. So,
it doesn't hurt because the chances are low, but it really doesn't hurt because we don't spam you just because you sign up for this.
Right. So keep that in mind, everybody. So if there's something you missed from the sale, you never know. You might be able to still get it again. The same feature works on the New York City Naked and Famous Denim NYC website if you're interested in shopping there as well. Okay. Jessica Lynn, hello from Queens, New York. Welcome. Rights W5 Birmingham, UK, and the Matsuris. That's awesome. They made it all the way across the pond. I hope you're enjoying them. Love wearing my snowies today in Bogart, Georgia. A lot of snowies in the house. I'm so glad to hear it. Snowy's definitely glad to hear it. He's around here somewhere. I'm sure he'll make his appearance at some point.
It's definitely live stream watchers' jeans.
No question about it. Snowy sold those jeans. It's remarkable. Jordan, hi from Picton, Ontario, wearing my double dirty fades today. It's great to hear. Addict Geography writes, Blue Japan, pure blue Japan, boobs Japan.
Blue Boobs Japan.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's
Blue Boobs Japan is just like slide off the tongue.
It's great.
Kind of have the nice.
The leather patches will have to be pretty out there. I would have. It would all like we'd have to just get like Rockin Jelly Bean to make all of the leather patches every time.
Yeah, but sometimes I think it's funny to do like just the Michael Scott universal language of gender
right.
kind of drawing too.
Put it right on their head.
Yeah.
All right, that's a good idea. C. Sanchez, hola from Los Angeles. My Matsuris look amazing in person. I'm glad you are enjoying them. Nicholas Vip Blue in the house. Great to see you, my friend. Meg Gill, hello from Santa Monica, California. So many people in the house. If I missed you, I still love you. Don't worry. We're gonna check in with some questions, see what's going on here. What do we got here? Zahir 303. I'm slightly worried because I also ordered as soon as the soft launch began and haven't received shipping confirmation yet. Zahir, we hear you and we're working on it. I don't think we had any issues of like overselling the capsule collection.
Not that I know.
Yeah.
But,
so
I mean, who knows?
We are.
But if that's the case, you will get an email. Like there's no we're just not gonna ship and.
Really, by the end of next week, everything should be out. And if there's an issue with any orders, you're gonna hear from us definitely next week. We are at like these orders are beyond a certain point. We are working at like this is our main focus right now. So. Bear with us for a little bit longer, and we'll get you covered. And if we screwed up somehow, we'll make it up to you in some way. That is our guarantee. Nick Carpenter from Schott NYC is checking in, wearing the new Copperhead. They were a big hit in the factory today. I'm glad to hear it. Fantastic.
Wow.
Your jackets are a big hit at Tate and Yoko.
Yeah, definitely.
All the time as well.
It.
Yeah. Yeah, we have multiple, like, even between us, we have got several Schott items. We are
but
big
like, just in general with the Tate Nyoko staff, like,
everybody loves Schott jackets.
Yeah, it just goes so well with the jeans. We have, we need protection from the Canadian winter.
Yeah, Risa and I have matching B3 jackets. The only downside is that we bought them in Canada, and then we moved here, where I just feel it's not cold enough.
I wear it.
Yeah.
I wear mine all the time.
That's true.
Because it's nice to not, like, like...
I'm going to go get my jacket.
Oh.
I'm just going to get it. All right. People got to see it.
Yeah. It is nice to not be cold. My only problem is, like, I wish I had, like, a long coat version of that. I don't know. I get my... the lower body just is always so cold. But yeah, that thing is just definitely overkill for Japan's or Tokyo's winter. All right. It's funny because Bahzad has the jacket, and Bahzad also has shoes that basically is the boots version of that B3 shearling jacket. It's quite an outfit if you wear it together. Yeah,
so that's the B3. Just a beautiful beefy jacket. Let me get the shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just such a good jacket, and it's just ages so well too.
Yeah. And then this is the equivalent shoe from Yuketen. And it's just Sherpa lined the entire way. And it's, the same color, same kind of construction. The color's slightly different. I mean, different sheep, different...
Yeah, but even my jacket is kind of like this color and not the, like, yellowish color.
But, it's intense to wear the two together.
It's way too much.
It's a little much. But, this thing is a monster. And very, very cool jacket. I'm a big fan. I require it to be a little bit colder. I think maybe around New Year's time, maybe we're going to be out by the ocean and stuff. It'll be a good jacket to have on hand around there. Yeah. So yeah, we've got these at Tate and Yoko. We also have them in black. The black one's really nice. Yeah. So just a little PSA for Schott. We love Schott at Naked and Famous and at Tate and Yoko, and we feel the love. Somebody wrote, where did I see it? Oh, old dirty Bahzad, MIJ writes, the ODB. I'm the old DB now. All right. BD writes, just got my snowy jeans, also co-naming them after my dog. That's right. His dog is also gray.
Yeah.
So it's a perfect match.
It's perfect camouflage for your like pet's fur.
Yeah, that's true. Gray does do well when you've got a gray pet. Andrew Wright, morning from Melbourne, Australia, wearing my red gradient. Good choice. We do have a red gradient elephant. No, sorry. Well, no, it won't be a gradient, but a red core elephant. Red core elephant. My mistake, but that's coming soon. Turbo, love my Snowies. That's great. Snowy's so glad to hear it. By the way, everybody, he's very proud that his jeans
and he
sold
loves
so well.
attention.
Yeah,
as you know.
Okay, Turbo writes, any tips for hemming jeans? What do you got, Risa? What's your tip?
I mean, I don't know. You just hem it. If you have a sewing machine, or if you already have a sewing machine, there might be a problem if you have a heavier jeans, because at the hem you at least need sew through 3 layers of the denim there. So if it's a thicker denim and if your machine's just like a regular home machine, it might be too much. Just be careful. Just try, like, if maybe just try sewing on already existing hem before you do anything.
Right.
See if it can handle it. If not, I mean, any tailor can handle it.
Yeah.
They're equipped with industrial machines that can sew through everything. Or you can take the Bahzad route and do a raw hem.
Raw hem. Yeah. My suggestion first is take it to the tailor. Right? They're going to measure you up. They're going to fit you to make sure that they are the right inseam. And they obviously have the machinery to be able to handle that.
Yeah.
Now,
unless you bought like a really thick jeans, which I'm not sure if King of Slub.
But on a single needle, they're going to handle that. I think on a single needle, most sewing machines that they would have at a tailor shop would be able to handle it. They're going to be able to tell you better than I am. But the thing that you shouldn't concern yourself with too much is the chain stitch. Some people get very in their heads over the chain stitch. Now, we mostly, most of our production is with a chain stitch hem. And, it's nice to have it, but it's not always something that we do. So you can see here, that's a chain stitch hem. It's a little bit thicker. We like it for some reasons, and
let's recap that. So the chain stitch hems, jeans in general, they're sewn with the chain stitch machine a lot in a lot of parts, because you can just go brrr, and it's like if you have two yarn sewing lock stitch, I think it's called.
Yep.
It's like you have the like regular sewing machine for home, like you have the top yarn, which you can handle like a cone, but you also have the bottom yarn, which usually has to be in a smaller, for home it's like this tiny, but like for industrial ones you also have like a smaller like a feeder for it, so that like a lot of the times you have, if you're sewing a lot like all day, you have to change the yarn, reload the yarn threads for the bottom thread very often. So with chain stitch machine, you have just one yarn and just go. Or the feeder is going from like the big size, so you can just go on and on a long time without reloading the thread often. So that's why you see a lot of chain stitch in a jeans construction, and that was basically a necessity when it started. And then the people kind of figured out that because the chain stitch kind of gives a little bit more room in the fabric when it's sewn together. So like when it's used at the hem.
Here, I'll get a vintage.
Yeah.
Put your foot up. Hold on a second.
When it's used on the hem, it basically creates like a little bit of a twisted, like there's the hem part kind of gets a little twisted as you wash, as you wear, and that fade creates this like little diagonal like roping effect. So the lines become a little bit more diagonal. Whereas if you use a single lock stitch hem, it doesn't, the hem becomes like this, the sewn part becomes a little bit more like put together. It doesn't move as much as you wash and over time. So the fading kind of becomes, the puckering of course occurs, so the fading would become a little bit more like a straight lines that appears at the bottom of the hem. And in the vintage world, like because old school jeans all had chain stitch hems, that it kind of it's just like one of those little details that the vintage enthusiasts really love. And then that became like a standard for like raw denim community, where like, oh, the chain stitch is better, chain stitch hem is better. But again, the difference is very, very small, and as sometimes it's more obvious and other times it's not as obvious. But the problem with chain stitch hem is that chain stitch in general is that like when you have the chain stitch part, and when a thread breaks at some point, it just goes brrr, it's all done. Like once it unravels, once it's cut, it unravels. I'm sure you've had experience maybe with some things where like if you have like a just regular lock stitched part, you pick one part, cut it, you still can't separate it so often. You have to use the seam ripper to go. But with chain stitch, it just automatically does that. That means that if something happens to your hem and it just get a nip, like you have to fix the hem. Whereas if it's single needle, even if it's just there's a little bit of a gap, and eventually you probably would want to fix that, but it's not an urgent thing. It's like the hem is still intact for the most part, because it just doesn't unravel like chain stitch. And with that said, that like it's, if you're not so particular about the fading difference, very, very small minor difference, I in general think that lock stitch hem is stronger and better. And that this is kind of, I guess a hot take, because it's, in raw denim everybody requests that. And it's kind of a nice thing. We always, we also try to always hem jeans with a chain stitch machine. But, sometimes there's sometimes it's impossible to do that, especially if it's like a narrow leg opening. It's just kind of I wouldn't say it's a myth, but I think it is one of those things where sometimes people like feel like they need to have it, but it's not really the case.
A single needle hem still has some roping, and it still produces its own unique style of detail. So let's just do a comparison.
Yeah,
so
this is single.
This is a single needle. So you can show that.
Yeah.
This is a... Well, let's just show it one at a time because I think it might be hard to show them all together.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the chain stitch, right?
Yeah, like I said, so this diagonal lines are a little bit more of a
more pronounced, I would say.
Yeah, whereas like this one here, it's more straight vertical lines.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see this twists a little bit more, and that one stays a little bit more straight. Yeah. So it's not that this is not to me, this is not any less beautiful. It's just that it's a different detail.
Yeah.
Right? And
it's different in such a slight way that, like, you know, it's not, like, very different.
Right. And then here's what your raw hem does eventually. It'll
just kind of
curl up. The jeans I'm wearing right now, no, they're I just roll them anyways. But, you know, a raw hem will fray a little bit at the bottom. You know, you can see how it's frayed. And then eventually it'll just roll up a little bit. If you don't like the roll, because it'll just do that naturally, you can, you know, press this down every so often. The other thing that you can do is kind of do like a 2-needle stitch around here. But still, I think that they pretty much all eventually roll up on you a little bit. So that would just be, you know, another way to look at things. So this could be a video in itself explaining stitch types for your hem, but I wouldn't get too caught up over it. If you don't have a chain stitch hem, it's not gonna make your jeans look any less vintage. I mean, these are all vintage jeans here, and you know, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think that, oh well, you know, this particular vintage detail is best, and it's not. It's really just a matter of people recognizing the differences in production over time, and you know, enjoying the way that things have evolved and faded. So don't get too caught up over it. If you can't get access to a chain stitch, just get the single needle or go for a raw hem. I would say that, you know, there are chain stitch services out there, and as much as, you know, I don't want to, and while they provide a good service, I would just say that the cost of shipping your jeans to and from, plus the cost of the chain stitch service itself, it might not be worth it to do that. You know, I mean, that'll probably cost you upwards of like $50 to, you know, shipping back and forth plus the chain stitch service, maybe $40-$50. That's a lot, right? If it's local, if somebody you can walk into and, you know, pay $20 or something to get the chain stitch, okay, that's not really a big deal. But I think any more than that, and you'd have to really, really desire that detail. So weigh that out for yourself. But that is a good question. Mm-hmm. All right.
That was a very appropriate.
Yeah. Appropriate question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to not appropriate question here, and somebody was asking about our chairs and if they're comfortable. They are comfortable, and are they worth it? They are pricey. We bought ours secondhand. You wrote $7.99, right? You can find used Herman Millers, often labeled as chairs. You just have to know what to look for.
That's what happened to this one.
Yeah, this one I got it for super cheap just because somebody was selling it as an office chair. And I'm like, all right, I will get that right now. Yeah. Brand new, they're quite pricey. I have to say that, you know, new, they do come. I don't work for Herman Miller, but we were there last week and we were looking for chairs. And this is the Aeron model, and it is definitely the best. It is the best model they have.
It, like the benefit of buying brand new is the warranty for sure. Yeah. But I mean, if you buy it used, like the value of like the price you paid for the chair basically is the price. Like, it doesn't really matter how old your chair is. Like, once you get to like the secondhand price, they're all there. Like, they basically just
in Japan, like used ones like of our like age, they go for like $600 to $800 Canadian.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like $500
US maybe. Yeah. So like a new one can go from like 1,200 to like 3,000. So depending on what features you want. But yeah, we figured getting them at the used price was, or better, the didn't know what they had price, was a good value, and we sit a lot. So if you sit a lot at your desk, it is definitely worth having a chair that is sturdy and comfortable. So there you go. Big fan of the Herman Miller. I would pay regular price for it if I had to. I have to say that because they do come with like a 10-year warranty, and they come to your home to fix it if there's any problems. And I think that is
fantastic.
That is pretty good. A 10-year warranty on a chair, and they'll take care of everything.
Yeah. Well, the key is though, like when like a relatively new company goes out of business. Yes. That's when you get in.
That's it. Anyways, you can find one on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. Do it. Do yourself a favor. It's a good chair. Yeah. And if you're watching Herman Miller, send us some chairs. We'd appreciate it. We'll be
our sponsor.
We'll promote them forever. Okay.
Oh, now that we derailed a little bit, I want to do a mug check.
Oh yeah, let's do a mug check because we got some fun mugs today. It is December the 1st in where you are. It is December the 2nd in where we are in Japan, and so we've got our Noel Snoopy mug. I bought this especially for Christmas to enjoy all throughout December.
And it has nothing to do with Christmas, but it has something to do with Snoopy. This is a baby Snoopy jadeite mug.
Right.
Taking a little nap. It's so cute.
Fantastic. So we're in a Snoopy mood. It's December. You gotta watch. It's a Christmas Charlie Brown, and listen to that Charlie Brown Christmas record.
We also bought a copy of Mariah Carey's
Christmas album. So now we have both of the best Christmas albums. Those are the two best Christmas albums. We are on a little tirade. I'm showing them off. I'm in a mood.
Yeah. Well, now it's from now till the 20. I guess around 20. I don't know. Around until New Year's is when we can just really go on and celebrate Christmas. I want to paint my nails red.
You'll want this. If you don't want to buy it, it's on Spotify. Enjoy it. This is the greatest. This is the second greatest Christmas album there is. Number 2. This is number 1. The Other Queen. Yeah. So enjoy both of them simultaneously if you have to. But Christmas spirit is in the air.
Like the cover of this so much.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's great.
It is really wonderful. This is a very wonderful album. You don't even have to listen to it at Christmas. You can listen to this all year round. It is very enjoyable. Okay.
But yeah.
That was our music check. What are you listening to today? That's what we're listening to all month. All right. Let's talk. Day of the Rake says, you guys should sell the 15th anniversary patch on its own just so we can have an unworn one. Well, let's talk about 15-year anniversary. I don't think we're going to sell the patch on its own because I don't know how many we have extra. But that might be an idea. It's not a bad idea. I'll see. It might happen. I don't know if we have any extras. But 15-year anniversary is coming up. Technically, the anniversary was February. But 2023 as a year is our 15-year anniversary.
Just making it. We made sure it's not the next year.
Right. So we've got, and you guys know because you tune in every week, so you guys know, the 15-year anniversary is coming out, and we're going to have that set for December 8th, 11 a.m. So next Friday, we're going to be releasing the 15-year anniversary collection. It is a couple of one fabric, our newest, our 15-year anniversary fabric, as well as 2 posters. So the jeans will be available in Super Weird, Easy, and True Guy, and the fabric itself is a twisted red weft big slub 15-ounce Japanese
red and
Selvedge
white
denim.
twisted yarn for the weft.
So we love red wefts, and Canada and Japan, our colors are red and white. So we, of course, Canada, Japan, for 15 years, we've been doing it together, and we're going to continue to do it together. So a beautiful denim with this flamey exterior. It's got that red weft look. And then, like, the red weft denim always has that nice, flamey, kind of fiery look. You can see a little bit of the white through it as well, of course. And, like, check out that Selvedge ID. The Selvedge ID is really neat because what we tried to do here was, like, the Canadian and the Japanese flags, where Japan has red in the center, and then Canada has... Technically, Canada also has red in the center, but it would have been a little weird. But this represents the two ends of the Canadian flag. So it's a double color Selvedge ID with that twisted red and white yarn for the weft. So a Grand Drell weft on the inside with a 15-ounce big slub exterior. And we've got this beautiful artwork. You can see it here on the leather patch. This is done by our good friend, Rockin Jellybean, who does some really incredible artwork. And you know, if you want to get the full color edition, you can certainly see it here on the pocket flasher, but we will also make it available in poster form here for you as well. So you can get the full silk screen poster. These are going to be numbered. So the I guess regular edition is going to be of 100. So 100 units signed and numbered. And then we will have the green variant. So this is the, you know, different color edition. So you can see the background's a little bit more green and her eyes are green. And this will be 50 units only. So
for us, just so that everything is clear, Erostica, which is the Rockin Jellybean's own retail store, also sells some.
Okay.
So it's not 100 of the regular in the world. I think there's gonna be 200 or 250 or something of the regular kind, and then the limited is gonna be 100 in the world.
Oh, okay. So I need to adjust this. So we at Tate Nyoko have 100, but the edition is of 200.
Yeah. Well, we, as in Tate Nyoko and Naked Famous Denim in New York City, shared that 100.
Got it. Okay, I got to update this. So this is an edition of 200, but we only have 100 to sell.
Yeah.
And then the green variant is an edition of 100, but we have 50 to sell. So Rockin Jellybean here in Japan is selling them. He's also selling the jeans. So he's got the whole collection here as well at Erostica in Harajuku. So if you're in Japan, you can visit his store in Harajuku and find them. Very neat store.
It's kind of hard to find. Yeah. But if you're going and you have a problem, message us because it might not be the easiest.
If you basically you get the JR Harajuku station, and Takashita Street. Everybody, if you haven't been to Japan, but you might have seen pictures of Harajuku. There's like this long street. That there's like this, you know, arch entryway, and it's what everybody knows to be Harajuku. Like, you know, the Gwen Stefani Harajuku girls, like that is the place. And it's just like this long ass street, really designed for 14-year-old girls. And
tourists.
And tourists. And it's just fair, the wildest, you know, kawaii fashion.
If you, like, your image of Harajuku is that, and then forget the Harajuku, I feel like you're gonna be disappointed how that is only this like street.
It's like,
and it's like everywhere else is just. It is a long street.
Yeah, it is a long street.
And it's got a little size to it too, but it's not like the entire neighborhood is that. It's the entire neighborhood is actually more like fashion.
Right.
Like
once you cross the street, like at like.
Or like any of the street that goes parallel to that is just regular streets. Not regular as in like regular, like, you know, fashion brands have stores kind of street.
Yeah, let's just take you through a tour here. You're gonna hit like right where this photo is being taken is right where Harajuku Station is, and then like you see this archway, and it's literally this. It's super packed. You should probably watch that video. They'll give you a better idea of what goes on there. But it is just crowded like this, full of people. And it goes on for a couple blocks. But after you like cross the main intersection and you get to the other side, at the end of that street is where Erostica is. Mm-hmm. The Erostica shop.
Yeah, you just keep going straight. And then if you feel like you have, before you get onto the hill, that's when, like on the corner building, they have the store, and you have to kind of like go up the stairs and then like kind of
like slump down because the ceiling is low
into the hallway, and then they have a store in there.
Yeah. So my usual route is to skip Takashita Street because I'm not a 14-year-old girl and I don't want to be surrounded by so many people. So we just take the alternate path. But if you want to enjoy the chaos, which is fun for the first few times, just walk down that street. Have a good time. Okay. BD writes, I started following RJB on Instagram and their mask is too cool.
So he's I'm
gonna pull him up.
He doesn't show his face, the artist.
Yeah, it's true. He always wears a Mexican wrestling mask.
In public.
Yeah.
Well, not just in public, like when he's doing an event.
Right.
And stuff like
so
that.
That's him right there. He's always in character, at least in public. I guess he's doing some other art shows here. He did the artwork for this Blu-ray, Killer Condom. His artwork is very distinguishable. You'll know it when you see it. He's highly sought after. Here he's at a car show, and these are his babes that often accompany him when he's doing events. I don't know if they have a name, but
yeah, I think so. They have like their
they have their own persona.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what it is. I apologize, but I've seen them around. This is him, and you should follow him on Instagram if you like wild rockabilly pinup style artwork. He'll give you kind of an insight of what he's up to through his personal Instagram, and then the Erostica. So that's Rockin' Jelly Bean, and then ROST. Erostica is that one? Maybe. This one or the other. I think Erostica Army. Is it? Unofficial Rockin' Jelly Bean.
This is the store manager.
Oh, okay.
Account, yeah.
Right.
So
this is what's going on at the store.
Yeah.
You can see all the crazy posters he does for the wrapping paper, the rolling paper, raw OC Raw, something like that. Check it out. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
There you have it. Okay, so that's Rockin' Jelly Bean, everybody. I saw Benjamin Curry is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. I think it's been a while. Glad to see you here, my friend. For those who don't know, Ben is also a talented artist and has worked on such pocket flashers as the Broken Elephant, the Elephant 12.
Oh, yeah.
So a very and the King of Slub 2. If I remember correctly, those were your contributions this season. My mind is all over the place.
Yeah,
when it comes,
there's been a lot of scenes.
There's a lot of scenes. Okay. It's me, BK, writes, what jeans are you two rocking right now? I am rocking the Dirty Fade Selvedge in True Guy. It might be hard to see in the light, but they are coming along nicely.
Yeah.
I've been wearing these, I don't remember for how long.
Probably
September, October? No.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's been only a few months.
It's been a few months.
Yeah, I'm wearing my good old classic in 11-ounce Selvedge.
Yeah.
This is the first classic I had. I think this was a sample, so it's very old. I think we released this fit in 2016.
Yeah.
And so I've been wearing a sample since before that, so it's been a long time. Yeah,
they have faded quite nicely.
It's so like I was just looking at this exact jeans, raw, And it's just like, it doesn't even look so faded, honestly. Yeah. I mean, like around here it's faded, but it's just like
the train tracks are really evident.
And also just like it was a very, very dark jean. So even this is just really so much shades lighter.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's a great, like, I would say, like, vintage, like, overall fade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were washing them regularly.
I cannot go so long without washing.
Harley writes, will other retailers stock the 15-year anniversary denim? Yes. We will. Retailers. Yeah, we'll have a list on Monday. But e.g. in the UK, is there a UK retailer? No, but I believe Cultism will have it. Yeah. So you will have a European retailer with that one. Anyways, I will have the list on Monday. I just can't remember offhand everybody who's going to have it. I know Tati and Yoko, Naked Famous Denim NYC, obviously. Mm-hmm. You will also have Blue Owl, Workshop, and now the rest of them I don't remember. Arostica here in Japan. Risa's going to try and look it up, and we'll try to get you that list either on the stream, so stay tuned, or you'll definitely have it on Monday.
A British retailer, I'm just kind of trying to figure out if they would have it.
Spencer's Mustache writes, I got the dead stock black Selvedge in the True Guy, and they are my new favorites. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I hope you enjoy them very much. Devin Hurt, were the overshirts on sale? I kept looking on Wednesday, Monday, but I didn't notice. I don't believe any of the overshirts were on sale just yet.
Because overshirts they're
still new.
Yeah.
They're still new. Fossil Jaws, how do I justify more jeans when I'm already drowning in denim? That's a good question. How do you justify it? I would say that your best justification is maybe sometimes not. You don't have to justify all your purchases. Sometimes you just buy things for the sake of buying things. I know I am definitely guilty of that. Excuse the light bleeding into my face. I generally encourage people to buy what they can wear. If you can, look, I know we're enthusiasts here, and you end up having a little bit more than, what you need. And I'm not the kind of guy who thinks that, hey, you should only buy what you need. I definitely, I overbuy everything because sometimes I just like having the things. I just like having them. I own a lot of headphones. I own a lot of shoes. I own a lot of jackets and shirts, things that I don't wear. Sometimes it's okay to have these things. But the important thing is not to go broke over it. Do not overspend. Don't go beyond your means. If you've got 7 pairs or 8 pairs of jeans on ice, maybe take it easy. Maybe enjoy those jeans. If there's something you want, if there's a certain amount of budget in your life that you're like, okay, well, this is what I spend on clothing, consider some other options. Denim jackets, sweatshirts, nice socks, beanies, caps. There's other things that could accompany your denim wardrobe, or consider those other items, things that will work well with some of the other jeans that you haven't worn. Mm-hmm. Right? So that way you give some life into the jeans that you haven't worn yet. The reality is that like a lot of the products that we make are they're made to last a long, long, long time. We're not buying products. We're not buying jeans because we think, well, done. That's one less thing I need to worry about in life. Because there might be a few of them out there who are like, okay, I'm set. But we are the enthusiast types. We are also a little bit maybe more fashion conscious, so we like to dress for the occasion, dress because we enjoy the outfits that we put together. So I would say that you don't necessarily need to justify your purchases. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Sometimes we make frivolous purchases. That's okay. You're allowed to enjoy your time. You're allowed to enjoy your money. One thing.
Yes.
The other day I saw a book title and it said "Die with Zero."
Zero, yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, like, that's just such a.
Yeah. Although you didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book. Just the title was great. And I'm just imagining like a lot of us are going to perish one day. A lot of us, not all of us. Most of us will. I've never died, so I don't think I'm ever going to die. But in most people die. Unfortunately, the statistics are out, and it seems to be that that's the case. And many of us will perish while, some of us will have kids, and, you want to leave stuff to them and this and that. Got it. Understood. But in some ways, we're going to leave a lot behind. Isn't it a good idea to enjoy everything? We're on this earth for so many years. You got, I've had a conversation with my friend. This is a meandering topic. I just had a conversation with my friend because we both turned 40 this year, and it's like we're like contemplating. I'm like, all right, we're halfway done. We got another half to go, right? Generally speaking, this is the halfway point. Some of us live shorter, some of us live longer. Inshallah, I make it all the way to the end of time.
But the thing is, no matter how long you live, like at 40, like your health is starting to turn around too.
Right.
Like that's part of it. Is like, even if you live to be 120, like how much of it can you like walk around and adventure and jump around? Like,
I really had high hopes for what technology was supposed to bring us by this point. So I'm just hoping.
Yeah, we can't even have a car driving to us to places.
Man,
we still have to
According to Terminator, the AI apocalypse should have already taken us out, right? There were literally killer robots roaming the streets by now.
The best that the AI can do now are just write, product descriptions for us.
Yeah, right.
That's the amount of takeover that they're doing.
Yeah. So, with all that said, you can enjoy a little bit more of your life with the means that you have. Don't let your means go to waste. They're gonna get wasted in inflation. They're gonna get wasted in taxes. You worked hard for that money. You really worked hard for that money. So enjoy as much as life as you can, and if that means a shirt or a jean or a watch or whatever it is, try to enjoy your day.
Yeah, but now that this is after you have a nesting.
Yes.
We're not giving you any financial advice, but like you should have some savings.
Yeah.
Don't use it all now, just because
Yeah.
To be fair, $100 today is gonna be worth like $60 in the future by the time you're retiring. So enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna keep working, if you're gonna like continue like contributing to the savings, then you can do a little bit of a shopping and enjoying in life for sure.
Jacob, my savings are in a bank collecting no interest.
Yes.
There's just inflation is just burning through my hard work.
Yeah.
And
in Japan, especially, you have inheritance tax that can go up to 55%.
Yeah.
55%. If you make a lot of money, your children would only get 45% of what you saved for years. It's incredible.
So, especially here, if you're living in Japan.
And that's after tax. It's already taxed.
Yeah, it's already been taxed. The government already
if you're at that level, you already tax like however much your tax, like probably half.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they'll like cut down in half before they give it to your children.
Yeah. The vampires have already sucked the blood out of that money, and then they're gonna suck the blood out of that money again, and then they're gonna suck the money out of it when you try to buy something. Guys, don't get me started on taxes. I am one of those guys, by the way. I'm an old man, and I'm one of those guys who complains about taxes. Mm-hmm. It is theft. It is thievery.
Well, I don't go that far. But
I go that far.
Yeah. I know. But still, it's just it's all the more reason. I also think that economy runs on things like that too, like whether you like it or not, because you just feel like just letting it sit is such a waste that the economy, it's like people are more shopping, and then because of that, people can earn money doing, making things or, selling things. So
that's what you think they do with the money. Anyway.
No. It's just without the threat of taxation, there's going to be less economy running. Like there's going to be less transactions.
Okay.
And then the more transaction, they're going to take more taxes. So that's all. But, it's just we have to take advantage. We can't change the system now.
Yeah. BD has the right attitude. You know what's tax-free, everybody? Do you know what is absolutely tax-free? Hitting the like button right now. This is a tax-free zone. There's no ads. There's no taxes. Likes are free. Smiles are free. Advice is free. What more can you ask for? So hit that like button, everybody. If you haven't done so already, it really goes a long way to help us grow this channel, which, by the way, has been growing really incredibly the last couple of weeks. Every now and then I look at the algorithmics, the data in the back end of YouTube here, and I'm like, all right, we're growing, and it just feels like we're growing a lot every now and then. I'm like, all right, we get like so many subscribers every month or so. But like the last couple of weeks, I think we broke through another like. I just feel like YouTube, like there's just amount of, when you get to a certain point, like, your growth kind of stays at a certain point, and then once you kind of hit certain milestones, you get a certain amount of views on your page in general, they're like, all right, we'll push you a little bit more. People obviously like your stuff. So you and I just feel like we're getting a little bit more of that push. Like,
And I also think that this is the reason why like YouTubers ask for likes and comments. Like comments, like there's any activity that's going on, then the algorithm will pick it up and, just make like amplify that, I feel. So yeah, let's leave a comment. And like. And
it really helps helps the thing out. Like we on a video nowadays we get to like 2,000 views like in a day, usually day and a half, whereas before it would maybe take 2 or 3 days. It's like I'm like we're putting up a video, and then like I'm just shocked by like how fast it spreads.
Yeah, compared to
before,
it's like we're not trying to be YouTubers, but I think it's kind of a nice thing to like let people know about this niche group of people.
I just like it, like we did, we're still on Instagram. Don't get me wrong. You got to play the social. You're a brand. You got to play the social media game. You got to get your information out there. But as many people. I don't know if you know or you don't know, but we at Tateño, at Naked Famous, we have like 115,000 like subs, like followers on Instagram. But the reality is, and when I look at the analytics, it shows you how many of your followers were actually pushed the content that you created. And usually it's a very, very small percentage. So even though you have a lot of followers, it doesn't matter because your followers aren't going to see. Odds are the majority of your followers aren't going to see your content. Now, if you engage with our content a lot, then maybe you'll see it. But if you don't engage with our content so often, then it just won't show up.
Yeah.
So
and they like after we gained majority of the followers, and then they started introducing the like bell button and stuff like that, and it's like I don't like that you have to like go back into the account that you already followed a long time ago and turn on like
a notification
like for you to even know what they're like I just want to scroll and see what everybody posts. Like I just like, as much as I like enjoy random, cute animal videos and all that, but it's like nowadays, like that's half my feed, and it's like I don't want this. I want the people who I decided to follow.
Right. Because I might like I decided to follow these people because there's something there that I'm interested in following.
Yeah,
right?
I want to be like, I want to be informed about their activities.
Right. So that's kind of the issue with Instagram. And so, you look back at some of our posts from like years ago, and you 3,000 likes, 4,000 likes, and we had half the subscribers. Nowadays, like you get, maybe 800 likes on a picture or something like that. Maybe just in general, people don't engage with the like button as much, which it's fine, But I just feel that people aren't seeing what we're creating, so we have to do a lot of different things just to make sure the community is up to date with all the stuff that's going on. Obviously, these live streams they're long, 2 hours of us talking about what's happening, what's going on. So
sometimes not even about denim.
Right, sometimes not about denim, like now.
But it all comes down.
Yeah, but I really like this atmosphere a lot better because a photo is something that you scroll through, right?
Right.
Whereas here, we're having a conversation. It might on my end, it's I'm talking into a screen, but I see you guys in the chat. I see what's going on. And it just feels a lot more like a community thing here than what Instagram is. Although, to be fair, there are obviously, people in the Instagram world that are, very interactive, right? But here, I would say that many of those same people are right here, and we're having, real-time interactions.
And we just can get a much deeper into a certain topic. Like we can't just ramble on Instagram and, and expect somebody to watch it.
That's true. Okay, No Saint says, good to see you guys. I have been wearing my ecru denim with my blue suit to court. Looks great. I posted a pic and tagged you on IG. I'll have to check that out. I hope whatever trouble you're in, you get out of it. He's going to court in his ecru and a navy suit.
Maybe he's a lawyer. Maybe that's where he works.
Yes, that's definitely what I should have went with first.
Your assumption was, oops.
No Saint says, I'm a lawyer, LOL.
I don't know why you went there.
He's no saint. Get it? He's a bad boy. So anyhow, I hope you get the guy off. Let me put it to you that way. Whoever you're representing, they're...
And I like that you're wearing jeans to court as a lawyer.
Good.
I applaud that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your hard work. Can you imagine a world without lawyers? That was a Simpsons reference for those people in the chat who know. They know. I'm sure No Saints knows. Just teasing you a little bit. It's actually pronounced Go Saints. Oh, all right. So like a football team, maybe. I'm presuming it's a football team.
Why did you think it was No Saints? Because there is no N.
Yeah, G-E, no. Like, G, I don't know.
Because usually when you pronounce, have a silent G, it's still followed by N, no? Anyways, we know now that it's Go Saints.
We know now. Thank you. All right. There you go. Eric in Minnie. Minnesota has no sales tax on clothing. Hopefully someday there's a Mall of America Naked and Famous store.
Really? I did not know that.
Good for the good people of Minnesota. What do I know about Minnesota?
They love hockey.
I believe the Iron Sheik did his training in Minnesota. And the inaugural episode of Monday Night Nitro, WCW, was filmed at the mall, or shot at the Mall of America.
Is Mall of America in Minnesota? Is that what
I'm presuming, because...
Oh, that's great.
I
would like to go there at some point. Just want to see
what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first episode of Monday Night Nitro, where Lex Luger made his appearance right at the end of the show when he was actually still on. He appeared on Nitro and on Monday Night Raw on the same night, because Monday Night Raw was pre-taped, so Lex Luger was on that episode, and then he miraculously showed himself live in person on Monday Night Raw. The wrestling world was like, what?
Okay.
You had to be there, guys. You had to be there. Topher Cobra writes, The Raven. Bahzad said that he might preview some of the spring-summer collection.
He's hinting you.
Is that a hint? Is that a nudge? Okay. We will do that. BD writes, my people up in Northwest Ontario share an accent with the fine people of Minnesota. At least according to my wife, I hear no accent. It's true. Some of that Minnesota accent definitely falls into like the Canadian accent, the stereotypical Canadian accent.
It's like Fargo. Did that happen in Minnesota?
I think so.
Yeah.
My accent is the Toronto accent.
Jesus Christ.
I've been gone too long. I've been gone too long. The Toronto accent, which is no accent. It is the absence of an accent. Yeah, the Northeast.
I was told that people in Ohio, like the way they speak is literally just the no accent. Like that's what American considered to be like no accent. And there's East Coast accent, West Coast accent.
Yeah, that's true.
Having an accent.
All right, we'll see. Before we get into previews, I'm going to answer this question from Juan Puedo. Bahzad, quick wonder looper question. How much stretch do the sweatpants give? I know a double XL is a 38.5 inch waist, but does that stretch make it wearable like probably a 41 inch waist or no? I mean, it'll
2-3 inches should be fine. Yeah,
that's right. Because stretch waistband. But
you do want to pay attention to the hips. Measurements too. Right. Yeah. It just depends on your body type, but if you have if
you have some sweatpants that you own, measure that waistband and see if it is like if the waistband of your sweatpants measures a 38 and you're a 41 and it fits you fine, then you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
But the leg measurements and all that stuff. Pay attention to those as well. Okay. David Dixon writes, everyone has an accent. It's true. We all have an accent. Mine is the no accent.
No, yours is the
neutral.
Because from a British people's point of view, you have an American or Canadian accent.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna go off.
I know you were.
British people. Here's a question for you. Americans in the chat, you let me know. I get the presumption that Americans believe that all English people are just hyper intelligent solely based off of their accent. And they also like being told what to do by English people because there's just so many American hosts.
It's in the DNA.
Yeah. There's so many hosts on American TV that are kind of bossy, that are English, and they just love it. They just love being berated by an English person. And so my question is, do English people have a similar view on the American accent? Do they hear that and think, that's a smart guy? I
think that's the opposite.
Really?
No?
I don't know. I don't know. I just want to know.
Who knows? But British accents, I have to say that certain British accents, because British accents can be very different. Certain ones, I don't know what's the fancy accent and what's not, but certain British accents, they do sound smart. They just do.
All right.
I don't know why. It's just, but other ones are not so, other ones are just skipping sounds, and it's I don't know if that sounds so smart.
Use all the letters. That's what I like to say. Use all the letters.
All the Americans don't use all the letters either.
I'm encouraging, when you speak your words, those letters are there for a reason.
But you don't say water.
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 Yeah.
But it's a T.
Yeah, it's water. T-E-R. Ter. Water.
Yeah, ter.
Water.
Water.
Yeah.
That's when you're using the T. Water.
Yeah.
But it's not water. Water, just, you're skipping the T.
I hear the T. Wada.
But T-E-R, say T-E-R.
Ter. Water.
Ter.
Water.
Ter. You're not saying that ter
Wada.
part.
I'm pretty sure proper British accent, having people hear our American accent and think we sound dumb.
I do think, I get the feeling that they think that.
I don't know. They shouldn't feel that way. Everything is invented in America.
Yeah, like they consume so much American content, so
Yeah.
they must be used to American accents all the time.
Yeah. They have to be like, guys, come on, we came up with Commodore 64. Like, we're clearly the smartest. And America's like, try Apple. Try an Apple computer.
Commodore 64 is from...
I think that's American as well. I don't know what... are there some English computer companies? I don't know. Shang Salad writes, I'm in Australia and I've mistaken Canadians as Americans due to the very similar accent. Yeah, that's normal. That's absolutely...
Canadians and American
It's like Australia, New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ask us to figure you guys out. You're really...
One country.
Right. You're one area. You're one
culture,
country. You're one and the same.
Yeah.
I know you're not, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah. There's
Canada,
no
America,
way.
we're the same thing. Give me a break.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's, one flag has stars, another flag has a leaf.
Unless
that's really
you're
the main
like
difference.
a Quebecois or like a French Canadian, like you're not.
And you will not confuse a French Canadian for an American. That's just not going to happen. So French Canadians are their own thing, no problem. Francophones, you are your own. But the rest of Canada and America, it's the same. It's the same thing. Okay. Preview time, guys. We're getting to preview land. Biggity bam.
Did you just fix that?
Yeah.
All right. This is a shining star of the spring summer 24 though, I feel. Right?
Yes.
So it's the lead. This is the Ocean's Edge Selvedge. So this fabric, a beautiful, beautiful, like lighter shade of indigo. It's got like a little bit greenish tone to it. And this fabric is very special because it's been fabric washed. So it's not garment washed like, rinse wash jeans, but the fabric has been washed so that like, even though it's raw, and I think it's like 12, 13 knots, maybe a little bit more, but it's got this nice
drape to it.
Yeah. Oceany.
And
very
what's
watery.
And it's beefy.
It is beefy, yeah.
Let's hear if you can sound how like I don't want to go super sound test on this one, but like it has this billowiness that comes from the rinse wash of the denim. It's quite hairy as well because it has not been singed. Another really neat detail about this is that typically when you get a one wash denim, we had that one wash conversation last week, and this week at Tattoo Yoga, they shared their thoughts on that. When you 13 ounce. When you do a one wash, you're washing the garment typically, so that results in seams and things like that puckering because the fabric shrinks at a different rate than the thread's going to shrink, and so it lends it a unique look to the denim. It looks like a one washed jean, but you'll notice here that all of the seams are clean and neat and straight, like you would get from a typical raw jean. As straight as any as you can sew that is. So, I think that is a pretty neat detail because the jeans look new, despite them having that rinse wash look at small detail. But I think it's pretty neat. The color itself really fantastic. And it's got a nice softness to it as well. So this is a great jean for the spring summer. The color certainly lends itself well, and a great alternative color. You've got that like aqua, kind of blue green, vintage green look. And I'm glad to have this style of color back in the collection.
So like rinse washed, this is just home washed, but you would have like a little bit more of like the stitching would have these puckering, whereas the fabric itself would have this like a nice texture. It's more you see more of the texture.
Yeah.
And so that's a great jean.
And then another light blue option here. This is the left hand twill sky blue edition. So we've been doing we've been playing around with some of the core models lately. We had the double dirty fade selvage. We had the left-hand twill broken twill edition. We do those blue owl left-hand twill editions. We did like a midnight edition with the black. We've got another one coming up for blue owl. But this is another rendition of our classic left-hand twill. And of course, you guys should know this by now. It's one of our best-selling fabrics. It's been in our collection since not day one, but very, very early on. And it is simply the exact same construction, but with a lighter blue color. So it's got less than half the dye in the denim. So if you want to achieve that super faded look, start off with a jean that's already has less indigo in it. Of course, it's got that vintage blue style color here. You throw that in the wash and you kind of get like that stone washed kind of look right away. So a nice summer option for you. And for those looking for like lighter blue jeans, I like light blue jeans. These jeans look great. But I like to achieve this look myself. So start here, because you're already almost there. Yeah. And you'll have an easier time getting to this level.
Yeah, and it's like the beauty of this is that if you've worn left-hand twill jean left-hand twill selvage before, you know that like it starts off really crispy, really like rigid, very starchy, and then it will just really soften up over time. So this one's like as crunchy as this.
Right.
You wear it, wash it a few times, it will just soften up really nicely.
Yeah. But yeah, this is my classic left-hand twill that faded from all the way from dark indigo. So yeah, you can get to that kind of level of, it takes years to get to this level of lightness.
You put in years and years into this, and it's still like have the darkish like base. Whereas with this, starting with this, you could get like this much wear out of it, and it would look almost like white. It's gonna have like much lighter tone, because certain parts it really just doesn't fade.
Yeah. So getting to like here from there, it's gonna be a lot easier. So yeah, like this eventually I would like it to get to this level. It's getting close, right? But this is a vintage jean that's been washed and worn and whatever for a very, very, very long time.
Bleached.
Yeah, bleached probably too. Yeah. So yeah, those are some previews for you. I got one more preview, but it's not the right preview because the sample is a little incorrect. And this is just a little, and a little incorrect in the sense that like the weft color just isn't right. But this is the Matcha green tea selvage. So this is, I believe it's 15 ounces. It's quite a rigid denim, and dark indigo on the outside, and dyed with a natural Japanese matcha green tea dye on the interior. So for production, maybe it doesn't look quite the right color. It will have a slightly more greenish hue. It's not going to be like in your face green. It is like subtle green, but it will have that greenish hue to the denim because that color will peer through the twill lines on the front face of the fabric. And of course, when you show the cuff, you will see that green weft. And like the sample, the selvage ID isn't right either. Like it's all wrong. It's all wrong. But it was just a sample. So for production, we'll actually have like a gradient tone of greens going across the entire edge of the selvage, and then the weft will be, greenish hued. So
yeah, it's more like a matcha latte kind of color. It's not the tea color, but it is the like milked down.
Yeah.
Tea.
The essence, matcha essence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are three that are coming. So hopefully those are some previews that'll satiate your thirst for raw denim previews. You know who's really good at spicing up the language? Terry.
Yeah.
Terry is
very good at words.
Yeah, he's a very poetic man.
Yeah.
But we will have a full rundown of the collection in a video coming up, not this coming week, but the week after. So we'll have all the spring, summer 2024. I can't believe I'm saying that. Spring, summer 2024 preview video coming soon. You'll see the whole collection, men's and ladies. Stuff is all there. So there you have it. Megan Williams writes, whales entered the chat. I'm assuming you mean the place and not the animals. But it would be cool if Wales, it's not spelled W-A, Wales, like the place.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not spelled like the animal. And then Megan follows up with women's cuts for 2024.
Yeah, we have two of these fabrics that we just showed off. These will come in women's fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Left on Twill Sky Blue Edition will be rinse washed, the garment rinse washed. And this one, not, because it's being fabric washed.
Right.
already.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Speaking of this, so this is the Ocean's Edge. I have another jean coming out. It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm telling you about it. It's going to be called the Deep Sea Selvedge. Basically, anything with a sea-related, ocean, sea, water-related name is going to be fabric washed based jeans. So we're going to have a couple, like, you know, fabric wash, one wash type items coming soon. So we're going to have like a classic dark indigo denim, indigo warp, white weft in a very, I guess, a denim similar to this, but of course dark indigo on the outside. And then we'll have like an indigo one that we're working on for the future. So there will be ocean themed jeans, which will indicate that that is it is a fabric wash typed denim.
You do realize that now we cannot use ocean-related words on any denim.
Correct.
If it's fully raw.
Yeah, I do know that, and I've also realized that I cannot use birds in the titles of things anymore. I've used too many birds.
Yeah, but
I've just banned myself from doing it because I'm gonna get confused.
Until we'll find a bird name that is wonderful.
Right, the cockadoo selvage. I don't know. What else?
I don't know. What's the word for
flamingo?
No, that bird.
Eagle. The eagle.
No, it's the one that goes.
Peacock.
Peacock.
Peacock selvage. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. You know, I have to say that it is getting harder to name things. I do have a list of just names I've always thought were cool names, but sometimes they just don't match the fabric.
Yeah,
you know.
But every now and then we have like, oh, that's a cool jean name, that's a cool jean name, and then we sometimes you write it down, but like it's not in one place. Like we have to have like an ultimate list on the wall where it's just this is a cool jean name.
Pedro writes, so no chance of a Tony Hawk selvage. No, I would do that.
Yeah,
Tony
that's
Hawk,
not a bird, that's a human.
That would be
yeah.
I would no problem. Tony Hawk selvage sold. Tony Hawk, give me a call. We'll make it happen. I do not know how to skateboard, though I am a very big fan of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games.
So you basically know how to skate.
I basically know how to skateboard. Like when I see a line, I'm just like, all right, so I'm gonna do it that, and then I'm gonna do a spin and then a backflip, and then just like I did it in the game.
Yeah. You can do it in your head, and you can.
Yeah, it's all.
You might as well be a skater.
Right. Yeah. Pen Price writes, did anyone else fall in love with the flight jacket from playing Resident Evil 4? I don't know. That's a good question. I remember, you know what was interesting? That when Resident Evil 4 came out, Diesel jeans, was it for Resident Evil 4? I forget which Resident Evil it was. Hold on. This is jeans related, guys. Diesel jeans. They had a collaboration and they made.
I totally see that.
Yeah.
Totally see that. So it's such a good collaboration.
Yeah, they made some stuff for Devil May Cry, but they also made some stuff for Resident Evil. I just forget which one it was, and I can't seem to find. There were physical products, and then there were costumes in game. So yeah, there were some Diesel costumes for Devil May Cry, and I'm pretty sure there was some Resident Evil stuff, like, or it might have been Devil May Cry. Maybe I'm just getting confused, but yeah, there was some Diesel items from like 20 years ago now.
Imagine if there's a video game that you start off wearing raw denim, and as you like level up, your
I think you've just described the game we need to develop.
Oh my god, that is such a great idea.
It's like Pokemon. but for fading jeans.
Yeah, and it's not even the point of the game is not to fade your jeans, but like it just happens, and then you can review it.
The point is to fade your jeans, and then
yes, but it's like life, you know, like you're living, you're doing tasks, you're doing chore or what do you call it? Like
well, that would be like playing Animal Crossing, and then your jeans just fade as you play.
No, but it's part of it. Obviously, you can review your jeans, you can like admire it, but like. You still have to do other things. You can't just sit and wait for jeans to fade.
It'd be some like here's how it would go. It would be like some Pokemon style game. You know, you got your little character and he goes from town to town, you know, having to do stuff. Yeah. And like town to town to us would be like, oh, you're in Montreal, okay, Tatinyoko. You're in Toronto, okay, we're gonna go visit Dutil. Okay, you go to New York, you got Naked Famous New York.
And the tasks could be just, you know, like having like a jeans like research or like
and you're collecting jeans. Yeah. You go to the vintage store, oh, I found it, boom. And then you go to like then you trade the you know base, and they'll have like stats, and then you trade those jeans with your friends, and then and then as you wear your jeans, as you wear the jeans that you may have found or bought, you know, got at different locations, the stats for those jeans go up. You know, how many days without wash, how many days wear. Yeah. You know, did you take the bike to that town? Did you take the train? And then that adds to the stats of your jeans, and you have the ultimate jean, and then there's like you get to the elite 4 at the end.
Yeah, and you can like choose to like wear jeans while you sleep. When you turn off the game, like you're gonna put on the jeans?
Guys, we need who here is a developer? We're making this.
Who here can make the game? I feel like there's a lot of like
there are a lot of tools.
Enthusiast like game
development tools. Yeah. One of you has to be a gym leader with Snowy and Caterpie. It's true.
What's a gym leader?
So you haven't played enough Pokemon or any Pokemon. So in every town there's a gym, and you have to beat the leader of the gym to get the badge from that town so that you can go to the next town. And so like as we would have all these different towns, you would have to go to like maybe the denim shop of that town and like show off your fades and you know, get the approval of the shopkeeper, like those are sick fades, bro. And you know, like the battle would be like you showing off your jeans, and then you know you have to pick different, you know, reasons why your jeans are good, and you know, you have to convince the store owner, the gym leader, and then when you win, he gives you, you know, here's a denim jacket, limited edition, or you know, here's a belt or something. You get something that is necessary, and
like you choose what to put in your pockets.
Yeah, all that counts to your stats. All right, guys, we just came up with I wouldn't call it $1 trillion idea. I'm sure we would make tens of dollars on this one. It's a tens of dollars idea. I like it.
I mean, we have 141 people watching right now, so if everybody contributes $1,
there's $141.
Yeah, this is $141.
At least idea. Right.
That's only if all of you are willing to spend $1 on this game.
Okay, well, there's something there. There's definitely something there. Okay. It's me, BK writes, my Elephant 12 denim came with only the top and bottom of I'm assuming the leather patch, stitched, and has already come loose. What do you recommend? Okay, easy. Something tells me you got the True Guy, because the True Guy only, I think that model came with the top and bottom stitch. It should have been all around. What can you do? You can send us an email and we can help you out. You can, if you don't want to deal with the back and forth, shipping, you could try to take care of it yourself. Your local tailor might be able to help you with that one. But if you do take it to your local tailor, you know, send us an email. We can send you a coupon code or something for your next order, so that way it kind of offsets a little bit of the repair with that. And that's what you can do with those. So send a customer service. We'll provide you with a couple of options, and you can pick with what works best for you. Writes W5, jeans with Greek alphabet names. Better for Greek people too. Cool jeans instead of virus. jeans with Greek alphabet names. Better for Greek people too. Cool jean instead of a virus.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where that goes.
Conversation.
Greek people in the chat, would you prefer the number system on our jeans to be in Greek numerals? Greek and numerals.
Wait, is it the I for
yeah,
one?
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
Greek?
That's Roman.
Yeah.
Greek, Roman.
Is that the same?
Ancient
I feel like
Greece.
It's not the same.
I don't think that's the same. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a smart man.
Greek letters are like the fraternity and
yeah. But is that the same as Roman?
I don't think so.
Historians in the chat, let us know. Nicholas Vilpu writes, my son has gotten super into the Pokemon Mezesta in Japanese arcades. It's like IRL NFTs. Yeah, there's like those little arcade machines, Pokemon arcade machines for like children's size ones here. I do not know how those work.
Does that, like, is it the one where you have to have the cards?
Yeah, you probably need to have the cards. Like, you put the cards on the table, and then stuff happens. It's all very exciting. A lot of flashing lights. But I do not know how those things work. We took our niece to the game center the other day to play some crane games, and I blew $30 on trying to get...
I think it was good because she did learn the disappointment of not getting, like, the things that you feel like you can get, and just it's just I think she learned to give up on things.
They had one of those games where like it had the light that goes around the circle, and you have to press it and it stops it. It's obviously fixed. I get it, but like the prize was like these like little potato snacks, fried. They look like potato like French fries. Jagarico. You know. And they had just a mountain of them. And it's like, okay, if you hit the button, the thing holding it up falls out. So you hit it, and then the underneath part falls out. But like, just because of the way everything is stacked, they kind of fall into each other, and they just don't fall through. So you have to get a second one. And
you spent a lot of money on that.
I just blew so much money trying to get some, and then like there were 4 panels that need to come undone in order for like basically all of it to unload. Yeah. And like I got 2 with $30, and I'm like, forget it, we're done. And luckily, like 2 packs fell out. Definitely the most expensive Jagaricos ever. Yeah. But it was fun. The excitement was fun.
You're a new subscriber.
Yeah. New subscriber, BioGrave. Welcome to the channel. When you come to Japan, which you all should, by the way, we are not sponsored by the Japanese Tourist Association, but maybe they should give us a few dollars because we are their number 1 cheerleaders. Go to a game center, burn a couple bucks, and then stop burning a couple bucks. Because
it's like casinos. Like you set your like, okay, like I'm gonna break this 1,000 yen into 100 yen coins because each game is usually 100 yen. Yeah. And maybe that 10 coins is what you're gonna spend, at that location or at one place, or 20 or whatever. However much, you just make a budget and stick to it. Even if you feel like the next 100 yen is gonna get you the things that you want.
Probably won't.
It probably won't.
But yeah, it is definitely a big attraction here. I know a lot of tourists, they go in there and to be fair, everyone I talk to is like, I have a lot of fun, even though I never win anything. You never win anything. You just never do. But yeah, don't spend too much time in there. Some people do.
After it's never worth it, but it's okay.
It's okay.
You get like those candies thing. We did the candies thing too.
The cheapest candy machines, you definitely always win.
You definitely always win. Of course, it's not worth it. Yeah. You spend like $6 for like a couple of $100 $1 candies, but it's fun.
Okay. 0303 writes, do you guys produce more or less of certain sizes based on popularity?
Yes.
Absolutely we do. Yes. Certain sizes are just not as popular as others. 32, 33, 34, that's the money zone. That's where the population lives. So those sizes get the most. The odds, the ends, they get the least amount of production, 28, 44.
28, 29, 42, 44.
Yeah.
Much less.
There are certainly customers in that realm, but
it goes like this.
Yeah, it's
although 32, 33, 34.
Yeah. 31. Yeah, it's like 30. Hey, Sanny, welcome to the family. Thanks for subscribing. 31. Sorry, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Yeah. It's like that.
So bizarre.
Don't know why, but
psychological for sure.
So there you go. Topher Cobra says, I think he's referencing the COVID variants having Greek names.
Oh.
Do they?
What did they have? Omicron? Was that a Greek?
I guess. I don't know.
What did we have?
Well, I don't remember. It was like Wuhan coronavirus, then COVID-19, and then
the variants though.
Yeah, I remember there was like, they would name them after countries for a while. Like this is the, Brazilian variant or something like that, and then it went to like Delta virus.
Oh, Delta, yeah.
But was there another one after that? I don't know.
Delta and Omicron, isn't it? Well,
I
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
I
I did not keep up with that.
Yeah. Delta and Gamma variants.
Gamma.
I never heard of that one.
Didn't make it all the way out.
Pedro writes, Omicron sounds like a Transformer. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, are they just naming it after their favorite Transformer? Omicron. Yeah.
It sounds like strong.
Yeah. Metroplex. That's a good one. David Dixon, Delta and Gamma variants. Yeah. Alpha variant.
Was there an alpha variant?
I don't even know. That sounds new to me. David Dixon writes, have you thought about adding fade previews to the photos on the website? Need to ruin a pair of jeans, just run the sander over a fabric square.
So we have done that for like color core and things like that.
Yeah. The core line, we really should, because we have most of our core products. Like we probably have something on the fade wall. It's just a matter of getting it photographed and then put up on the website. I think Left Hand Twill or Dirty Fade, one of them. Yeah. I think we did one.
Yeah. We've been saying that for years. It's just a matter of maybe getting around to it. Yeah. It's also that we've been saying that we should make a video for core collection for as long as we've been making product videos. But we just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of but we should also like have maybe at least like, just an archive page of like all the like, at least there are a few like properly photographed faded pair, and we should showcase that. Whether we still make that or not, I feel like that's a good page for our website.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Chief Miggy writes, will the Michael Myers have a jacket like Jason and Freddie did? I'm going to go with we. We, as in yes. We're going to go with that. We are going to do that. Somebody asked about elephant overalls. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to happen. I don't think that the red core is the best one to start with, but I'm going to see if we have any, maybe, end of roll, anything like a more classic indigo by white elephant in the warehouse. There might be a roll or two hanging around. And if there is, I will make that a run of elephant overalls. I think it's a good idea. Elephant overalls are definite must. Lee Yo writes, went to Tate and Yoko last Sunday and bought my very first Perfecto leather jacket. Love it. Thank you very much, Leo. I hope you enjoy it. We're big fans of Schott here on the Naked and Famous Denim Raw Denim live stream. Yeah,
especially today.
Yeah, we started the day talking about Schott and how much we love it. So we're glad that you picked one up and are enjoying it. Pen price rise Evangelion Raw Denim. I would like to do that.
That seems like something that can be done.
Yeah, I think so.
Should be done.
Yeah. Nerd Amazing writes, first time here. Well, glad to have you. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to see Bahzad and Risa live. Did I miss them announcing the Power Rangers collection? LOL. Please make that happen. No. Power Rangers. Sentai. Super Sentai. I don't know.
Well, my thing is, like, I mean, obviously I don't really know too much about the Power Rangers yet.
Yeah.
But my concern is that it's going to be, like, about the colors. Mm. And I feel like that's a little bit of, like, we already play along.
I'm a little hesitant with Power Rangers because I don't, I think, like, Ninja Turtles, for example, is a much more, for me, in my preference, like, I grew up with Power Rangers, but as I got older, I never really kept up with it, right? It was not and I just find that most, I don't know, I'm sure there's still a Power Ranger fan base out there. It's certainly, even as adults, of course, for children, I think there's a big fan base out there. But I just think that the adult fan base for it doesn't cross over as much as, other properties do, like Ninja Turtles or, JoJo's or things like that. That was the fan base there. I think the crossover, I just find it to be maybe not as big as some other things that we would have the potential to cover.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it feels like if we did Power Rangers and Ninja Turtle, that's just very like similar type of idea.
That said, I don't have a Ninja Turtles collab or anything like that confirmed.
That's true.
Yeah, we did speak to Nickelodeon once, and they were not. They didn't see what we wanted to do was with their vision, but I'm not going to say that's never going to happen.
Right. Same thing with Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon, we had the opportunity, but it's the adult male fan base for that. I wasn't sure how. Look, I like Sailor Moon. I grew up with it. I have the Blu-rays and all that stuff.
To be fair, I think in North America there's way, or maybe Europe too, there's way more male who have watched Sailor Moon than in this country.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any boys watched Sailor Moon unless they were forced to.
Yeah, Sailor Moon is very much a girl thing here. Yeah. Like, it is. Yeah. Whereas in the West, because we grew up with limited choices for anime. Whatever was in Canada, if you're watching whatever was on YTV after school, that was the anime that you got. That's what you watched. So we got what we could take. So the fan base for that certainly exists, but still, adult male fan base for Sailor Moon, like guys who'd want to wear Sailor Moon raw denim jeans. I don't know.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
Like, I can definitely see that, but it might not be big enough for us to do a whole collection. Because we can't just do. I mean, we could, but we can't. We shouldn't.
You have to do all the scouts, right? Yeah, right. And so that's 5 jeans, and then there's minimum production is involved in all of that.
And Jupiter's gonna not sell. Is that Jupiter? The green one? I don't think she's the most popular one.
I would.
What is the most? Well, aside from Sailor Moon, which
Sailor
one
Moon,
was it?
I would go Sailor in my order of what I think is most popular. It would be Moon, Venus.
Venus is which color?
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
Mars, red. Jupiter, and then Mercury.
Oh, Mercury is the last.
Yeah.
Last. I feel like in my book it was Sailor Moon, and then. It's either yellow or red, Mars or
Venus.
Yeah. And then Mercury, and then the last one would be the
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured she was.
I think in Japan, Jupiter was the lowest.
Oh, really?
Selling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, as much as there are like, you know, interesting themes and colors that you could play around with that's neat. You know, we obviously keep everything clean in terms of like visuals. You know, we never, you know, Naked and Famous, everything's naked, but like, you know, you can't do that with Sailor Moon, obviously. So, and with all, to be fair, with all of our collaborations, except for Ghostbusters, they allowed us to create new art, but everything else, they're like, no, you got to use existing art.
To be fair, Sailor Moon is like themselves like has the nudity in it.
That's true, but let's remember, you didn't see any of it. You know, while they're doing the transformations and stuff. But you're not going to see it
on the patch or whatever either.
Right. I wouldn't include that. But they're also 14. So let's remember that these are 12 and like 14-year-old little girls. Like, let's so it's like Naked and Famous, and then you have, you know, 14-year-old girl characters. Okay. It doesn't see, like, that's, you know, it just doesn't mix well, right? So
true. I never thought of it that way.
I would
I forgot they were in
junior high. Yeah. Certainly they you know, the way the characters are portrayed, you know, they're drawn to look a little bit older, but they're it's not the case. DC writes Thundercats collab. Thundercats, Fraggle Rock, Pro Stars. Yeah, no, like, Thundercats is another thing. Thundercats, He-Man, I'm in the camp of, like, it's such a niche property. Like, it runs on nostalgia fumes, but not the same way that Ninja Turtles does. Like, again, to me, Ninja Turtles is, like, of all those 80s, like, franchises, it's the only one that ever had legs. Like, real... Maybe, you know, Transformers, I will give Transformers that. But, like, every one of those things that we have, like, nostalgia glasses for, every time there's a reboot, it's like 1 season, 2 seasons. Like, it just doesn't pick up. Ninja Turtles, anytime there's a new version of it, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons, it runs. Like, there is a new generation of Ninja Turtles fans every 10 years based off of, like, the new version of it. Mm-hmm. And, like... there is no new generation of He-Man fans. There is no new generation of Thundercats fans. There's no 10-year-old or 14-year-old who's like, man, I'm really into the Thundercats. It doesn't exist. So, like, that said, the adult fan base of it, I just find it to be also quite small and not wide enough for us to make a full, like,
the problem is, like,
collaboration around.
Yeah, Raw Denim is already a niche, like, category, and bringing, like, more niche that doesn't... Like, it's one thing if we're, like, Raw Denim community is really into a certain things, like, just as a characteristics of the group, then that's fine. But unless it's that like, bringing niche with another niche is probably going to be harder.
Yeah. Pedro writes, my parents told me I wouldn't try pizza until I got into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they were chowing on pizza. There's no question that my love for pizza stems from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's absolutely no question about it. That's where it came from. Pizza and Ninja Turtles all day, every day. I'm happy with that one. Somebody mentioned a wrestling collaboration. I could see that, old WWF wrestlers. I would, if we were to do a kind of, you know, WWE or wrestling style collaboration, I would definitely do it on, you know, some type of Attitude Era, you know, Monday Night Wars era wrestlers.
John Cena.
Although I would do a John Cena. Yeah. Like, there would be certainly some character crossovers there. You know, John Cena, you know, the professor of thugonomics, you know, that would be kind of fun.
Can't see me.
Yeah, you can't see me. But yeah, wrestling would be a really neat one. I could see us doing that for sure. DC writes, Heart Foundation WWE collab Gene, go. Yeah, you got it. DX, Mankind, Stone Cold. Yeah, DX, Stone Cold. Like, we could put 316 on our jeans if we did a Stone Cold collaboration. Think about that.
Confuse the heck out of
really
people.
for no other. Yeah. Juan Plato, Shawn Michaels was my guy. You have no idea. I'm a big Bret Hart fan. Big Bret Hart fan. You know, when Bret Hart was feuding with Stone Cold, I just absolutely hated Stone Cold. I was in like 7th or 8th grade or something like that. And just like the idea, I'm like that, like that was kind of the time when like the bad guy was becoming the good guy. And I was still like, no, the good guys are the good guys. You're not supposed to like the bad guys. That's a bad guy. Like, I just wasn't there yet. And it just drove me crazy how many people like Stone Cold. And I'm like, he's the evil. He's the bad one. Bret he's Canadian, like. Yeah, I was very into that. Junior writes, the new Iron Claw movie looks very good. Yeah, the Von Erich story. It looks very good. I'm going to be interested to see that one. DC, Montreal Screwjob Slub Selvage. I mean, we are in Montreal. In Tatinyoga's based in Montreal. One of my friends was at the Montreal Screwjob. Ooh. Yeah, one of the owners at OTH. Oh, yeah, he was. That's great. He was like, yeah, I was there. That's insane. Yeah. That's pretty cool. C. Sanchez, Cena baggy jorts versus Stone Cold jorts. Who's gonna win? Yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? You sure can get a hell yeah.
Stone Cold wore jorts?
Yeah.
I don't know. I only know
not as like iconic as John Cena's jorts. That's for sure. Yeah, Undertaker, Kane, like these are all just the imagery around all of it is fantastic, and there's a lot of themes that you can build denim on. NWO, Hollywood Hogan, Hulk Hogan, like. Oh yeah,
you'll have to come with the bandana.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, bandana, pocket bags, it'd be great. A leather patch with like NWO spray painted on it, it'd be so sick. Yeah, it would be like the Naked Famous Denim girl, and then like. We would have it like printed, but like a foil print or like a black foil print with like a spray paint of NWO on top. It'd be sick.
That'd be great.
Yeah, Chris Jericho, Mankind, Mr. Sacco. Yeah, absolutely. With wrestling, there's a lot, and of course. These characters are all memorable, very, very memorable,
and whether recognizable. Yeah,
and if you're a new fan of wrestling, you know the old characters. Like you just because it's just part of the culture. So yeah, I would definitely like that. I Eat Chalk writes Mortal Kombat collab. We can maybe circle back to that one. We certainly had the opportunity to do it, and it was something that we were working on, but it just didn't pan out. But I could see that. I could see that happening down the line. So, yeah. Like, you can also tell, from the chat here, what seems to resonate more with people, right? Because there are certain properties that do get mentioned a lot more, and certainly when we talk about it, the enthusiasm for those things really, really ramps up compared to, some things that we might have fond memories of. But yeah.
It's funny because JoJo, the whole thing started like this, where everybody's like JoJo.
Yeah, I would want to see. Look on my list, Alien versus Predator, or Alien or Predator. Alien versus Predator would be fantastic. As we are
the region,
right? Yeah. As we are like the horror series, sci-fi horror. I feel like that comes into it, right?
Yeah. It's the next
It's the next phase.
After Halloween, I guess.
The only other one, we got Michael Myers, we got Freddy Krueger, we got Jason Voorhees. I suppose the next big icon in that realm is going to be Leatherface, right? Yeah. I guess we could talk about Pinface and Chucky and things like that, but
no,
Risa hates Chucky, so it's not going to happen. And of course, there's other guys, there's other icons out there, but I just feel like commercially, Jigsaw, I don't know.
It's very the I get it, but it's just kind of too new. I don't know.
Yeah, even though it's already like a 20-year-old film,
I know,
you know,
it's insane.
But it's just like the power, like Jason or Freddy. Or like these guys have
the Scream. What's it called?
Ghostface.
Ghostface.
Ghostface, I think, could also be one.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like some of those characters kind of punched through to the not just to the mainstream.
Yeah.
But they punched through into the culture, right? Like they're very, very recognizable. Like everyone knows what Ghostface is. Everybody knows that, you know, the Jason hockey mask or the you know the
Halloween
Michael Myers mask and the glove from Freddy Krueger. Yeah. Very iconic. You know. Yeah. Some other characters just don't have the same, you know, cultural impact. But yeah, I would like to get into the sci-fi. Alien versus Predator would be great. Godzilla, I think, would be fun to just do genes based on different eras of Godzilla. Evangelion would be fun. Akira would be great.
With the sci-fi, like, because I always like put, you know, Alien and like, you know, Space Odyssey.
2001.
2001, in like the same kind of, you know, it's just kind of sci-fi horror kind of thing. But I feel like that's just a harder gene to make. But I kind of feel like it's up there.
Yeah, HAL 9000.
Yeah,
that
would
might
it be like have a red?
Yeah, I don't know. It would be it would be the leather patch.
Yeah.
Anyhow, those are some of the ones, like, you know, sometimes in the back of my head I think Star Wars would be really, really cool. But there's just so much Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like
it's a big task, I feel.
Part of, like, the Batman collection did okay, but I think part of why maybe Batman might have not, you know, performed as well as something like a JoJo was just the abundance
too universally
There's
available.
Just so much Batman stuff in the world. So, you know, that's something we have to consider as well. Like, you know, is it something somebody would spend that much money on, right? So, yeah. What other properties would make a really interesting, neat collaboration? Really, those are the ones that are occupying my mind right now. Yeah.
I mean, we always talk about this, and, you know, like things like Peanuts. We do love them, but I don't know if it's appropriate for, like,
right. Yeah, like to make a new fabric. Like if you wanted to do embellishments with like Peanuts characters, Snoopy and Charlie Brown and stuff. Yeah, that's one thing. That's not really what we do, though.
Right. Like, we just, you know, like, dig into their character and what makes them the iconic character, and then, you know, just apply that with jeans making. And I feel like it's harder to do with, like, you know, characters like Snoopy.
But you know what? X-Men, like the 90s X-Men, you know,
obviously,
that one would be huge for me. You know, somebody mentioned Spider-Man. Fine, I like Spider-Man, but I think that 90s style Jim Lee X-Men, it is so iconic for our age group, and I don't find that there's a lot of X-Men stuff in general out there. It really speaks to like that, and now would be a good timing for it, because, you know, the Y2K kind of, you know, like the younger audience might see that in one, like, to them that's new, like, and it's Y2, you know, 2000s, 90s, like, so they see that as cool, and then for an older audience, they see it as, that was the shit, like that was awesome. So
definitely.
Like Spider-Man, somebody write Pedro, like Carnage. Yeah, it would be, if we did Spider-Man, it would be Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom, and then, like, I think it would just be a trio like that. Like, you know, maybe you want to go into like the expanded Spider-Man universe, but I don't think so. Like, you know, Scarlet Spider or Spider-Man 2099. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go too far out there.
X-Men is definitely like the most ideal kind of like setup too. But yeah, because if the like to be fair, like Jason or whatever, like these like single character like properties that are so iconic, like it's to be fair, it's a little bit harder because you have to like do the whole like thing just to make one jean.
Yeah,
and it just kind of is not so.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm gonna end it here before we go on snack time. Junior writes, for the X-Men collaboration, Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Gambit, and Jean Grey would be the collection. I would go Wolverine, Cyclops, Magneto, Storm, Phoenix.
I only know like 2 of them. I know Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I think I know Cyclops.
Jean Grey becomes Phoenix. Like I would go Dark Phoenix. I would do Magneto. You need to have some villains, and you need to have Magneto. That's number one. You need to have Magneto.
Mm-hmm. Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut's all right.
Wait, which one's
the thing about here, I hate it just because Cyclops. I don't know if anyone likes Cyclops.
Is it the douchebaggy character?
He's the good guy. Like he's always trying to do like let's do it by the book,
Okay.
And like Wolverine is like no, let's go and like take care of business, So like throwing when you have a Wolverine Cyclops, I just feel like 90% of the sales are gonna go to Wolverine. Yeah, so I don't know. Look, the beauty of X-Men is that there's a gajillion characters and there's a fan base for everybody. So,
what's the character that Halle Berry played?
Storm.
Storm, yeah. That one's a
Storm,
good one.
yeah. And like I use Storm in like X-Men versus Street Fighter and Marvel. Like I'm a Storm. I like Storm. Mm-hmm. So Storm's got to be in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah. Magneto denim with 100% iron buttons and rivets, and ship the jeans with a magnet. Yeah, it'll be cool. JC writes, Beast with a really hairy denim, right? So, see, again, I mentioned, like, the properties that we talk about that get the chat riled up, like, those are the ones that are clearly going to work. And, like, X-Men or, like, WWE, WWF, like, the characters...
everybody has their own ideas.
Yeah. And no matter what characters you pick, maybe in my brain, Wolverine is going to sell better than Cyclops. Yeah, that might be the case, but Cyclops is still going to sell.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't go wrong. Like, it's one of those properties where, like, every single thing you do, there's going to be a style that doesn't sell as well as everything else, but everything is going to sell.
Yeah.
Right? Everything's going to be worth the production. Mm-hmm. Everything is going to be worth going through all the steps to create that fabric for that character.
Yeah.
So an option like X-Men or Spider-Man, right? It's a winner. Mm-hmm. Those are winner ideas. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Pedro, too many options. Yeah, and I would stick it to like 4 or 5. Like more than that, it's actually just way too much.
Yeah.
5 is a lot.
JoJo was 6, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah. That was a big project. Yeah. That's why it took so long. But yeah. Guys, we're going to go to snack time because now is the time for snacks. And we've got a very interesting set of snacks today. They are technically polar opposites. And we're going to find out what happens when you take snacks that are supposed to do 2 different things to you at the same time. Yeah, let's get some cups going. It's drinks this time, guys. So Risa's about to bring them out. We're gonna enjoy them, and we're gonna see what you guys think. E writes, Magneto in a heavyweight purple and red denim. Maybe. You know what? I don't want to get too deep into like fantasy booking that fabric. Fantasy making that fabric. I gotta seal the deal first. I gotta get the X-Men people to approve our thoughts and wishes.
The potential collab talk is really the talk that everybody gets just
and
it never ends.
Yeah, and just to end it on this, you know what the coolest part about that will be? Is that the pocket flashers could be like iconic comic book covers featuring that character, right?
Oh, that would be great.
And then we could do like holofoil, like really just comic book store it up, like make it really cool. Anyways, it's a dream. Okay.
All right. So 2 drinks today.
Okay.
We found a new flavor of Red Bull.
Yeah.
Muscat flavor.
So muscat is like a giant white grape.
Yeah.
It's a green-skinned white grape, as they often are. I don't. Do they have them outside? They're very popular in Japan. Muscat grapes. They're big.
Muscat is just like a name, a thing for the white grapes. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a general term for it. And shine muscat is like a type, like a variety that's very popular in Japan right now. Anyway, so it's that Red Bull, and then we found Welch's for sleep.
Yeah.
Welch's for sleep. So it basically is it claims that it helps you like relax and helps you to have like a better quality sleep.
Yeah. So this is gonna give us wings and keep us up. And this is supposed to make us rest, relax, and sleep. So I just want to, for those who don't know what a muscat grape is, these things, they're huge. They're not like a regular, like North American green grape. Like they're. I don't feel like I see these in North America.
I would call any green-skinned white grape a muscat, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what we're talking about when we're...
Yeah, that's shine muscat. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But anyways,
that's it.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy. Let's ride the bull, so to speak. And we'll bring it down. Take a nap. Right 75 Pizza Selvedge with pineapple leather patch. You got it. You know it. Yeah, the denim would have like red neps for pepperonis.
It's kind of gross.
Did anyone have Red Bull before Coke purchased them? They were very different before the acquisition. I remember in North America, in Toronto, there was like a little store I used to go to, and you would get them in like these little brown, they looked like, medicine bottles, and it was all in Thai. And they would import them. And my buddy was like, oh, have you tried this stuff yet? I'm like, no, what is it? And we went and we got some. I'm like, oh, this tastes like medicine.
This one in particular is made in Switzerland.
Really?
Yeah.
Brought all the way from
it's weird.
From Switzerland. All right, so let's pour some out into our fancy cups here, as this is how most people enjoy a Red Bull. It doesn't have that iconic medicine-looking color. Although I don't know what Red Bull looks like because I always just drink it straight out of the can.
Yeah, it does have like
it's like a goldy color, right? So it's more like
I mean, this is a different flavor, so.
Right. So that's it.
These series are really good.
It smells like muscat grapes. Mm-hmm. So cheers to everybody.
Oh, it's very sweet. Tangy. I like it. These series where like it's got like additions. They're very fruity. Like they don't have any of that like energy drink flavors.
Yeah,
which I kind of like.
Yeah, this is. If you didn't know this was an energy drink, you might not know this is an energy drink.
Yeah, if somebody put it like in the cup and here's your grape soda, I would definitely not notice.
Yeah, it just tastes like white grape soda, which is pretty good.
Very good. It's very candy.
Very refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's very refreshing. Okay, let's rank that out of 10.
It's pretty high.
I'm gonna give it a good rank. 7.7.
I was going for high 7s. Around there too.
Yeah.
Now that you said it, I don't want to say 7.7, but
you can.
7.6.
Okay. This will get purchased again.
This is delicious. Yeah. Even without the energy boosting capabilities, the taste is great. I don't really drink a lot of soda, so like it would have to be for a reason, and that reason probably would be to stay up.
I don't know, but do they have these winter edition in other countries? like in Japan they have winter edition, spring edition. Like every season there's like a different edition, like
different colors,
flavor. Yeah.
I feel like I've seen these like single color cans.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat let me know. But yeah, a white grape, muscat grape. Is this available in outside of Japan? I'm not sure if this is a Japan exclusive or not. Let us know. The winter edition. I lived on Red Bull during my college years. Prince Rice. U.S. winter edition is pear cinnamon. Owen says.
Cinnamon.
Pear cinnamon.
I don't know about that.
That could be kind of cool.
Like I guess it's gonna taste like apple pie.
Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's try the Welch's for sleep. Now that we're jacked up on Red Bull, let's bring it down a notch with Welch's.
It's very light colored, but it's not see-through.
So we go from white grapes to red grapes.
That's true. Grape
drink.
Oh,
it smells like grape. Yeah.
Grapey.
Yeah, it smells like grape, like really
candy
strong
grape,
grape smell.
It tastes like grape candy.
Yeah, it's like hard grape candy.
Hard grape candy. Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna calm me down though. It just tastes like grape juice.
It's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't have that like what's that word? You know, like sometimes like with wine and stuff like it has that like a bitter like
yeah,
like a tanning flavor kind of thing.
Yeah, they did.
And
got rid of
sometimes
that.
you do have that with Welch's too, but like grape juice too. But it doesn't have that
None of it
at all. It's just very.
They got rid of the skins.
Yes. Maybe that's why they get this color, not the deep color.
But do I feel sleepy or?
I don't think you feel sleepy right away. It allows you to like. It relieves you from psychological stress. It says. It helps you.
I'm gonna have to drink 10 liters of that.
It comes with like this is actually like what do you call it? Like certified
oh really?
Something.
Somebody certified it.
Because it has these Gasseri, I think it's a type of the what do you call it? What's in the yogurt?
I don't know.
Like
those I don't know what I know. It does biological things.
Yeah, things. It's alive.
All right.
One of those things. It comes with Gasseri type.
Oh, okay. So there's some kind of bacteria or something in here.
Yes.
Cheers to that. Okay, everybody. This is a solid 7. It's fine. It's grape juice. Who doesn't like grape juice? It's a fine grape juice. It's not a gross grape juice. It's a 7. It's I would say is it the best grape juice I've ever had? No, it's not. It's it's good. It's good grape juice, and a good grape juice gets a 7.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Everybody, we're gonna leave it there. And there's one thing that we forgot to do during this live stream, and this is a question that we're gonna pose to everyone because next week this is gonna be our big topic. I think this is going to be a big topic that we're going to be able to talk about for probably 2 hours straight.
Okay, so can I preface this with
yes.
how this question came up?
Yeah. So. Okay. You start with that.
So this question was asked to me by a friend of mine. I guess 17 years ago, 18 years ago, something like that. Long time ago, long before I knew my life is going to be about jeans. And it bothered me then because I couldn't have a answer that I'm satisfied with. And 17 years later, I'm still not satisfied with. I'm still wondering this question.
Okay.
So this is a big question. Why do people wear jeans? Like, why does everybody, especially in America or even in Japan, like countries that are in a similar economic,
the West, maybe
the culture, yeah. Why does everybody have a pair of jeans?
Why do we wear jeans? Why?
Why is it such a popular staple product? And it's unlike, like everybody has, maybe every woman has a dress, but that doesn't equate, because jeans are very specific things. Like every jean looks
pretty
very
much
the same.
Yeah, it is the 5-pocket jean. Everybody owns one.
Yeah,
we all wear them.
Why did we come as a society? Why did it come to this place where it's such a staple item in your closet?
Right. We all have, most of us probably have trousers. And I'm talking to a very denim-centric community right now. So we all wear our jeans. But why are jeans the dominant pants?
Yeah.
Why?
Why did they win the war of...
Not only did they win, they dominated. I didn't even have the word for it. It is just absolutely uncontestable that they are the winner of pants.
There is no such thing in jacket equivalent.
No.
There are jackets that everybody has and most people have, but it's not like jeans. Jeans are it's special. So why is it?
Don't answer now. I see some answers here. Next week, this is the topic of discussion. Think about it. Think about it from now until then.
Yeah.
Give us some thought.
Well, I had 18 years and I still don't have the answer.
Risa asked me this question, and I'm like, that is an ultimate question.
The
ultimate question.
Yeah.
So we will talk about the ultimate question next week. We want to hear your thoughts. So let them brew, and we'll get to it, and we'll have a fun live stream again right here on the Naked and Famous Denim live stream, the greatest live stream, not just about raw denim, but of everything in the entire world. So we had a great time. We'll have a great time with you again next week, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already. If you have done so, tell a friend to hit that like button, and let's get those likes up to the sky. We'll be back again next week. We're going to talk about raw denim. We're going to preview stuff. We're going to have the 15-year anniversary to talk about. All kinds of crazy things. And we'll see you guys then. So, have a great weekend, everybody. Do something nice for yourselves and somebody else, too. And we'll see you guys later. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.